JDW Blood Rumble 4th show of 2022 by Colton Dennis. Hello everyone and welcome to the 4th show for Blood Rumble. And what a match we have in store for you here tonight, said announcer number 1. That's right. 10 men will have the opportunity to be number 1 contender for Rhino's US Continental Championship. And I can't wait to find out who it's gonna be, said announcer number 2. Well, you don't have to wait, because it starts right, said announcer number 1, being interrupted. Music is playing. Rhino appears walking down the ramp, high-fiving the crowd members, then walks around the ring. Rit. Looks like the champion's coming this way. Maybe he's gonna join us, said announcer number 2. Rhino stops at the announce table, places his title onto it, grabs a pair of headsets, then sits into a chair. Evening, gentlemen. I hope you don't mind if I join you here? Asked Rhino. Not at all, champ, said announcer number 1. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall. Is a 10-man battle royal. And is a number 1 contenders match for the US Continental Championship. Introducing the challengers, Quake, Chaos, Heckler, The Void, Grimace, Hellfire, Hercules, Havoc, the Governor and the Hyena, said announcer number 3. Beldings. All 10 men start attacking each other. Here we go. I can't wait to see who you'll have to face, Rhino, said announcer number 2. Same with me, said Rhino. Both Havoc and the Hyena are punching each other. The Hyena rakes Havoc's eyes. Havoc groans, walks away, then stops next to the ropes. The Hyena hits Havoc's back. Havoc groans. The Hyena grabs Havoc's legs, then tries lifting him over the top rope. Hyena's trying to eliminate Havoc here, said announce number 1. Havoc leans more over the top rope, then punches the Hyena's stomach. The Hyena grabs, then lets go of Havoc. Havoc lands onto the ledge of the ring, then rolls back into it. Smart by Havoc, rolling back into the ring, said announcer number 2. The Governor is punching Hellfire. Hellfire groaning, then does a throat thrust into the Governor. The Governor gasps, walks away, then stops. Hellfire approaches the Governor, turns him around, then punches him. The Governor groans, then leans against the ropes. Hellfire grabs the Governor's throat, then leans him over the top rope. Hellfire's trying to eliminate Governor here, said announcer number 1. I think he's just trying to choke him, said Rhino. Yeah, you're right, champ, said announcer number 2. Hellfire continues leaning the Governor over the top rope, then lets go of him. The Governor gasps, then holds his throat. Hellfire punches the Governor. The Governor groans. Hercules lifts the Void onto his right shoulder, then walks towards the ropes. The Void grabs the top rope. Hercules is trying to eliminate Void here. But Void is trying to hold on, said announcer number 1. Hercules tries throwing the Void over the top rope. The Void lands onto his feet behind Hercules. Hercules turns around. The Void clotheslines Hercules over the top rope. Hercules lands onto the ledge of the ring. Hercules is still in the match, said announcer number 2. But can he hang on now? Asked announcer number 1. The Void pushes Hercules with his foot. Hercules is holding on to the bottom rope. Havoc hits the Void's back. The Void groans. Havoc targets Void now, said announcer number 2. Havoc punches the Void a few times. The Void groaning. Havoc bounces the Void off the ropes. The Void reverses it, then bends over. Havoc bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then kicks the Void's chest. The Void groans, then stands up. Havoc clotheslines the Void. The Void groans. What a clothesline by Havoc. And Come on, and Quat, yelled Havoc, turning around. Quake grabs Havoc by his throat, runs towards the ropes, then throws him over the top of them. Havoc lands onto the floor. And Havoc is the first one eliminated, said announcer. Number 1. Hellfire slowly lifts the governor over the top rope. The governor holding onto the ropes. Governor's in trouble here, said Rhino. The hyena hits Hellfire's back. Hellfire groans, then lets go of the governor. The governor lands onto the ledge of the ring. The hyena punches Hellfire a few times. Hellfire is groaning. The hyena bounces Hellfire off the ropes. Hellfire reverses it. The hyena bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Hellfire boots the hyena. The hyena falls onto the mat, then groans. What a boot by Hellfire, said announcer number 2. Hyena definitely will need a dentist after that, said Rhino. Hellfire turns around. The void clotheslines Hellfire hard. Hellfire groans. Oh man, did you hear that clothesline by Void? Asked announcer number 2. I sure did, said announcer number 1. The Void shakes his head, then stands up. Hercules standing next to the ropes. The Void runs at Hercules. Hercules lifts the Void over the top rope. The Void lands onto the floor, then groans. Hercules sends Void flying over the top rope, said Rhino. Hercules turns around. The governor kicks Hercules' stomach. Hercules groans. The governor hits Hercules' back. Hercules groans, then walks towards the corner. The governor approaches Hercules, then punches him. Hercules groans. The governor grabs Hercules' left leg, then lifts it onto the top rope. Governor's trying to eliminate Hercules, said announcer number 2. The hyena stands up, then hits the governor's back. The governor groans, then lets go of Hercules' left leg. The hyena punches Hercules, then the governor. Both Hercules and the governor are groaning. Hyena's back in this. After that boot to his face, said announcer number 1. The hyena chops the governor's chest. The governor groans. The hyena bounces the governor off the ropes. The governor reverses it. The hyena bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then holds onto them. The governor runs at the hyena. The hyena does a back elbow onto the governor. The governor groans, then staggers backwards. The hyena runs at the governor. The governor sidesteps the hyena, then throws him over the top rope. The hyena lands onto the ledge of the ring. The governor goes to punch the hyena. The hyena shoulder blocks the governor's stomach. The governor groans, then walks away. Hercules goes to clothesline the hyena. The hyena ducks. Hercules staggers, then turns around. The hyena hits Hercules with a forearm. Hercules groans, then walks away. Heckler runs at the hyena, then boots him. The hyena falls off the ledge of the ring, lands onto the floor, then groans. Hyena's gone from this match, said announcer number 2. Heckler golds out his arms. The crowd is cheering. Heckler turns around. Grimace grabs Heckler's head, then head butts him. Heckler falls onto the mat. Heckler shouldn't have been cheering yet, said Rhino. The governor hits Grimace's back. Grimace groans, then turns around. The governor punches Grimace few times. Grimace groaning, then staggers backwards into the ropes. The governor steps backwards, then tries clotheslining Grimace over the top rope. Grimace swaying on the top rope. The governor steps backwards, then tries clotheslining Grimace over the top rope again. Grimace continues swaying on the top rope. Governor almost has Grimace over the top rope, said announcer number 1. Maybe just one more clothesline, said Rhino. The governor runs, then bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Grimace runs, then clotheslines the governor hard. The governor flips onto the mat. "Oh, man. Grimace just took off governor's head," said announcer number 2. "And I have never seen governor flip like that. He's not a small person," said announcer number 1. "And quat, come on, and quat," yelled Grimace. Hellfire punches Chaos, then turns around. Grimace, looking at the crowd, turns around, then sees Hellfire. "Here we go," said announcer number 2. "Everybody, here comes Godzilla vs. Kong 2," said announcer number 1. Both Grimace and Hellfire continuously stare at each other. "Come on, big boy," said Grimace. Hellfire nods his head, then punches Grimace. Grimace groans, looks at Hellfire, then punches him. Hellfire staggers, then punches Grimace again. Grimace groans, then staggers. "Both men are testing each other's punches," said announcer number 1. Both Grimace and Hellfire stare, then start punching each other. Grimace goes to punch Hellfire. Hellfire ducks. Both Grimace and Hellfire run, bounce off the ropes on opposite sides of the ring, then double clothesline each other. "Oh man, I felt the ground shake," said announcer number 2. "Both big men are down," said Rhino. Both Grimace and Hellfire slowly stand up, then start punching each other. Grimace goes to punch Hellfire. Hellfire ducks. Grimace staggers, then turns around. Hellfire grabs Grimace by his throat. Grimace gasps. Hellfire has Grimace by his throat. "But can he lift him?" asked announcer number 1. Grimace elbows Hellfire's head. Hellfire groaning. Grimace breaks Hellfire's grip, then hits him with a forearm. Hellfire groans, then staggers backwards into the ropes. Grimace approaches Hellfire, grabs his legs, then slowly lifts him over the top rope. Grimace almost has Hellfire over the top rope. Hellfire leans more over the top rope. Grimace, smiling, then continues lifting Hellfire over the top rope. Chaos, Heckler, Hercules and the governor are hitting Grimace's back. Grimace is groaning, then holds onto Hellfire. All 4 grab Grimace's legs, then slowly lift him over the top rope. Both Grimace and Hellfire land onto the floor. "Both big men are gone," said announcer number 2. "All 4 are." Smiling, then turn around. Quake appears. "Well, not all of the big are gone," said Rhino. "All right. I have an idea. Let's surround him," said Chaos. All 4 are nodding their heads, then slowly surrounding Quake. "Quake is in trouble now," said announcer number 1. All 4 start attacking Quake. Quake groaning. All 4 are attacking at once. "Which is smart," said announcer number 2. All 4 are continuously hitting Quake. Quake throws all 4 of them off of himself. All 4 are falling onto the mat. Heckler runs at Quake. Quake clotheslines Heckler. Heckler falls onto the mat, then groans. Chaos punches Quake a few times. Quake shoves Chaos. Chaos falls onto the mat, then rolls outside of the ring. Both Hercules and the governor start punching Quake. Quake groaning, then shoves both Hercules and the governor. Both Hercules and the governor stagger backwards. Hercules boots Quake. Quake groans, then walks backwards into the ropes. "What a booty Hercules," said announcer number 1. Quake is leaning against the ropes. Both Hercules and the governor are hitting Quake's back. Quake groaning. Both Hercules and the governor grab both of Quake's legs, then try lifting him over the top rope. Governor and Hercules are trying to throw Quake over the top rope. Will they be able to do it? Asked announcer number 2. "If anyone can do it, it's them," said Rhino. Both Hercules and the Governor continue lifting Quake over the top rope. Quake puts his right hand onto the ledge of the ring, then pushes both Hercules and the governor with his legs. Both Hercules and the governor fall onto the mat. Quake stands back up next to the ropes. Hercules stands up, then goes to punch Quake. Quake blocks, grabs Hercules' head, then headbutts him. Hercules falls onto the mat. The governor runs at Quake. Quake grabs the governor by his throat. The governor gasps. Quake looks into the governor's eyes. "I don't think so," said Quake, throwing the governor over the top rope. The governor lands onto the floor. "Governor's been eliminated," said announcer number 1. Hercules slowly stands up next to the ropes on the side of the ring, then shakes his head. Quake runs, then clotheslines Hercules over the top rope. Hercules lands onto the floor. "There goes Hercules now," said announcer number 2. "Not even a god could eliminate Quake," said Rhino. Quake standing next to the ropes. Heckler jumps onto Quake's back, then locks in a sleeper hold. Quake waving his arms around. "Heckler has a sleeper hold locked in on Quake," said announcer number 2. "Yeah, but if Quake passes out, how does he throw him over the top rope?" asked announcer number 1. "Faith," said announcer number 2. Both announcer number 1 and Rhino are smiling. Heckler tightens the submission. Quake continues waving his arms, then falls onto his left knee. "Quake's slowly fading," said announcer number 1. Heckler smiling, then shaking his head. Quake slowly closes his eyes. "Quake's definitely out of it now," said announcer number 2. Quake opens his eyes, stands up, then slowly walks towards the ropes. Heckler shaking his head, then tightens the submission again. Quake groans, then leans against the top rope. Heckler shaking his head. Quake leans more over the top rope. "Fade. Fade already," said Heckler. Quake grabs Heckler's hair, then slowly pulls him over the top rope. Quake's trying to throw Heckler over the top rope. Chaos peeks up. "Wait. We forgot about Chaos," said announcer number 1. Chaos slides into the ring, stands up, then slowly approaches both Quake and Heckler. Both Heckler and Quake lean more over the top rope. Chaos grabs Quake's legs, then lifts him over the top rope. Both Heckler and Quake land onto the ledge of the ring. Quake squishes Heckler. Heckler groans, breaks the submission, rolls off the ledge of the ring, then lands onto the floor. Chaos runs around the ring, then raises his arms. Chaos, you haven't won yet," said Rhino. Quake slowly stands up onto the ledge of the ring. Chaos climbs onto the second rope. "Yes, I win. I'm the number 1 contender. I'm coming for you, pal. That title is mine," said Chaos. Quake goes over the top rope, then approaches Chaos. Chaos continuously raises his arms, smiles, climbs off the second rope, then turns around. Quake grabs Chaos by his throat. Chaos gasps. "Well, it was all good until now," said announcer number 1. Quake looks into Chaos's eyes. "Your luck just ran out," said Quake. Chaos kicks Quake in his testicles. Quake groans, then lets go of Chaos's throat. Chaos punches Quake a few times. Quake groaning, then staggers backwards. "Chaos is fighting back," said announcer number 2. Chaos dropkicks Quake. Quake staggers backwards into the ropes. "Chaos might do it," said announcer number 1. Chaos stands up, runs, then bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Quake sidesteps Chaos, then throws him over the top rope. Chaos lands onto the floor. "Ring the bell," said referee number 1. Bell dings. "Here's your winner and number 1 Contender for the U.S. Continental Championship, Quake, said announcer number 3. Oh man, Chaos almost had it won, said announcer number 2. Yeah, but Chaos got all pumped up and Quake used his own momentum against him. Congratulations to Quake on this win here tonight, said announcer number 1. Good luck, champ. You're gonna need it, said announcer number 2. Thank you, gentlemen. Now if you'd excuse me, said Rhino, taking off his headset, then stands up. Quake is standing in the ring, then looks at Rhino. Rhino walks up the steel stairs, goes through the middle rope, then gets face to face with Quake. You hold on to that. That's mine at the next pay-per-view, said Quake. I'll be waiting for you, said Rhino, raising the title. Quake looks at the title, then back at Rhino. Well, folks, we want to thank you for joining us. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye-bye, said announcer number 2, waving. The crowd is cheering loudly. The end.